Let's go.
Can you tell I am fired up? I am so fired up for this.
I know.
We've been waiting for this so long. Oh, wait a minute. Yep. Before we do that little hand sanitizer here. Hey, so we got, that's right. You got Doug, you got Carl, Fire and Brimm Sports, and we are just absolutely geeked about week one.
Let's go.
You got that? I know. He goes, should I wear the Fire and Brimm shirt? I go, no. Go Lions, man. Yeah, go Lions all the way. I mean, this is the week that you can actually. Everybody's in first place, right?
Man, oh my gosh, so excited, and we're opening up with a home game, so we're gonna be fired up.
So we hope that you're excited about it too, as excited as we are. We're like two little kids here.
Let's go.
This is like all Christmas, man. Finally, we've got something.
We are going to have football.
So yes, we are. You are. Okay, let's
exciting.
Let's yap a little bit here. Okay, so. We're so doggone excited about it, but
what do you think?
Have you seen anything yet?
I watched I watched a little of the BYU Navy game yesterday, and I hadn't watched any. There's been some games before that, but it felt like football. It looks like football. The only time you really notice is kind of when they're running off the field and you notice that there's nobody in the stands. I mean, it was
right.
It was different, and I wonder what kind of an impact that is going to have on the NFL.
So if there's any clue that I have, I mean, this is not football, but I'm a big golf fan, and I remember when golf came back on, they had nobody in the, there's no crowds, it's golfers. It looked pretty weird, but now when I watch a tournament. It's like, okay, I don't even notice it anymore. I don't think the players notice it quite as much as they were, let's say, like a month and a half ago. And so my hope based on that is that, okay, you get used to it. You get used to it.
Golf. You're playing golf in your own world. Now I'm sure there's still there's still the vibe.
There is.
But when we watch a team come out of that tunnel in the NFL. I mean, and they are adrenaline is rushing. They are smacking helmets. They are chest bumping and just.
You come out right.
Sheer adrenaline, and you're taking all that crowd noise out of there.
Yeah.
So what is
that's a good point.
We don't know. It's gonna be. So we're gonna find out. But
dude, when I go to a Bucks game down in Ohio State, that's part of it. You're waiting for the team to come out. And just cheer them on. And I mean, if you're on the field, man, you just got to be so stoked.
Right. And so today, our show, this is a pick show. We're going to pick the games against the spread and see how we do. And we're in unknown territory because how many times did you make the pick? Oh, they're on the road. Oh, they're playing. The crowd's going to be on.
Okay. So what kind of changes? We talked about this. The fans. What other changes?
So they did. There was one thing that they had mentioned is that they hadn't done a lot of live hitting. Ooh. And tackling is such a key, that's such a huge part of the game.
No preseason either.
And
there's no
so there's no and I'm sure they've been hitting, but there's no live tackling.
They've been tackling their brothers. Yeah. Okay, and they're not going to hit their own family more than they're going to hit somebody else, right? So you're right. It's got to be 60%.
That first kickoff return. Return.
Yeah.
I mean, and you still picture it with the crowd just being so all that adrenaline that goes into the kickoff.
So do you think more injuries, potentially injuries? Because now we're going to start hitting. Now we're at game speed, right?
Right.
I mean, that's something that concerns me. Yeah. Another thing that kind of gets me is travel.
Yeah.
How are they going to do it? I mean, do they? They're always in a bubble anyways, in a hotel. Mm-hmm. But let's say you're a team that is the Raiders are flying basically across the country to play the Panthers.
Right.
So do you just get them in at the last minute on Saturday night, in Charlotte? I mean, because now you've got just the logistics, you're dealing with. You're dealing with the jet lag potentially. Not that you weren't already doing that, but once you try to get in and out like that, is there? I don't know. I'm thinking that it could have an impact.
So travel, being on the road is still going to have an impact. You're not going to have the home crowd, but you're still traveling. Yeah. Right, you're still staying in a hotel. You're still COVID, concerned.
Are they going to be afraid because they're traveling? Is somebody going to be afraid? I mean, I'm being serious when I ask that question.
I mean, look, these are young guys.
That's right. That's right.
I did read a stat too. The average career in the NFL I want to say it's right around 4 years, give or take a little bit. It's right around 4 years, maybe like 3.3, I think is what.
Hopefully, the career of Brimm Sports will be longer than that.
So if you think about if you got drafted when you're 22, you're playing your 25, 26. It means the kids are in their 20s. Now the stat went on to say if you've made a Pro Bowl, like those players, their average career is like 12 years.
Right.
So obviously the better players, but we're still talking about young guys that are living off adrenaline. They're traveling. You're on the road.
This is the first time they've been
Mile High
playing.
Stadium. Mile High Stadium is one where that's a home field where you're
that's
still playing
always
in
a
thin
home
air.
field advantage, just because of the altitude, but no other crowds. What other stadiums are going to get you without seeing a crowd?
Yeah. So what about New Orleans?
New Orleans,
Superdome?
the Superdome. Thursday night, we open up with the Texans going to Arrowhead.
It's going to be a little different than the playoff atmosphere.
Oh my gosh! I mean, Arrowhead. You look for that crowd, right?
Yeah.
You look for that. What about the 12th man up in Seattle?
So that's going to be huge.
Oh my gosh!
Nope.
That is part of what the Saints Seahawks have going for them. Is that crowd?
With that being said, who may not notice a difference is Jacksonville. They may play. It doesn't hurt them at all.
I'll give you that. I mean, they've been playing. They could be the pick, right?
Right? Yeah. Hey, we're at home. It looks the same.
It's the same thing. I mean, sorry, Jacksonville fans or
fan.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. What do you say? You want to just get into the picks?
You know what?
Anything else you want to?
How about any big player changes we got going into week 1?
And that's another thing. The news info has been so little. Really have no info.
Nothing like an outbreak like they had when baseball first started up, right?
No,
like where the players.
I think they're learning. I think they're watching what the other sports are doing too. I mean, there's a benefit kind of going towards the rear end of it.
So the last report that I saw was like a week ago, and there had been 4 positive cases in the NFL players out of it was crazy amount of tests.
Yeah.
So are they doing something right?
We're gonna see.
No news is good news.
Other big changes though, I thought Clowney going to the Titans.
Okay.
I think that's a big one. I honestly think that's a big one.
That could be impactful.
In that division, with Phillip Rivers, you got Deshaun Watson having a Clowney clogging up the middle of sorts, roaming the field. I think that does. I'm not saying that the Titans are going to go to the playoffs. I did pick them for the playoffs, but I think it does make a difference.
Yeah.
Having that, and then Peterson, the Lions picked up Peterson.
Yeah. So they added to the backfield depth.
I kind of like that. I honestly like that. You got Swift as a rookie, and you got Kerryon Johnson, who always seems to get hurt, right?
Yeah. So the Lions are trying to get a running game going. It sounds like they want to depth. I wanted to ask you before we start our picks, before we start week 1, who could be the NFL MVP this season?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I mean, when I look at this board, I'm thinking, Lamar Jackson always comes up, but okay, he's been there. Is there somebody that had an off year
again? Is there somebody who was having an MVP type season before they hurt their back last year?
I'm going to go with Zeke. I think because the Cowboys have CeeDee Lamb now, I think Dak is
Zeke
more,
MVP? Like
Zeke
Dallas?
MVP, yes.
How far did you take Dallas in your pick? I
didn't know. I didn't win in the division. They won in the division. I think Zeke, because he had an off year last year, if he can get running, that whole team is going to just feed around him. If he's running, that means that
they got a better coach this year.
They get a better coach. That's right. That's another thing.
Yeah.
You got McCarthy.
Yeah.
That's a big one. How about you? Who's your MVP?
Well, I'm just going to say before he went down with a back injury last year, he was putting up some numbers. But let's go. You know what? I'm going to go with the dark horse. There was some that I heard a little bit on people talking about it. I'm like, I like it. I'll get behind that. Let's go, Matt Stafford. Big year in Detroit.
I tell you what.
Have any fans?
I like it. I like that because you're right. He had everything going against him last year, and
now they're stacked in that running game. They're determined, it sounds like, to have some depth.
Take some heat off of Stafford. You got Hawkinson. I like him as the tight end.
Kenny Galladay's fantastic.
Okay, so what do you do? Let's do it, man.
Let's go.
Are you guys ready?
Week 1.
Hey,
let's go.
We want to hear your picks too.
Hey,
we'd love to hear your picks.
This is why we're here to make these picks. Okay, this is what we do. And let's have some fun.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I was above 500 against the spread last year. For the entire season.
Against the spread, every
playoffs,
game.
Super Bowl, the whole shot, above 500, man.
Nice
so I'm
job.
proud of that one. Okay, let's get going. This is the fun part right here. Okay, dude, I'm gonna kick it off right here. Thursday night, Texans visit the Chiefs.
Wow.
9 points though. That's a heady number. No fans and all that.
Right.
I mean,
so Texans traveling. I don't think we have a lot of big nothing. I think it's nothing crazy travel wise. You're not going across the country, east or west.
Their advantage there. They got a run
Patrick
game now.
Mahomes was so phenomenal. He's locked up for like $1 billion to play forever in Kansas City, which is great. What a great story Patrick Mahomes is, and he got me last year because I was not on the Holmes train, and the way he went to the sideline, fired up his team, and then backed it up, and then put him on his shoulder.
He was a leader, is what he was.
So that's fantastic.
All right.
With that being said, go ahead.
I'm just going to start it out. I'm going to tell you, I'm going with the Chiefs because these guys, the Texans, always start out slow. With that Bill O'Brien team, they always start out slow.
They might lose, but nobody can tackle, and Deshaun Watson's still a superstar. So we're going to go. Nobody's winning by 9 points.
I like this. No, we're already game one. We got a different outcome.
I would say there were a lot of blowout games in college, and I wondered, like, if you get down, can you find the energy without the crowd to get back up? You know, even as the home team, because look, Hulk Hogan always needed the crowd.
Yes. Okay. Seahawks fly across country.
Oh my gosh.
Visit the so you get two birds. You got birds of prey here, right? Okay. Who do you like?
Who's that coach you love down there? Is he the first? Right?
That's right.
He was on your hot seat all season last year.
You know what? It is what it is. Okay.
I like Atlanta at home with Seattle traveling, but I'm going to tell you, Russell Wilson isn't.
It's Russell Wilson. He's got Chris Carson back.
Oh my gosh.
They got DK Metcalf.
Look, if there's a
there's no way I can go at Dan Quinn and the Falcons.
No.
There's not 1 point.
No way.
Maybe 11.
No way.
I might take them. No way. All right, dude. This is your game right here.
Here it is.
The Bears traveling, dude. Motown.
I don't see
3 points.
The Lions losing a game at home all season.
Does it scare you that Mitch Trubisky is the starting quarterback for the Bears?
It terrifies me. It petrifies me. To the point the Lions may only win by 10. Dude, let's go, Matt Stafford.
Dude, this one is such a lock. This is the easiest pick on the board.
3?
It is it's the easiest pick on the board. It is so easy. That's right. We got to do it again this year, folks.
Here it comes out early.
Here it comes. It's coming out early.
The Kool-Aid pick.
It is the Kool-Aid pick. Is the Lions to more than cover that 3 points? Absolutely. That's it. Put all the money in the house on it. Well, maybe not the money in the house, but
you were over 50% on your overall picks last year.
And I was
your Kool-Aid picks were
maybe 30% of the Kool-Aid pick, if that.
You should have had the stats on that. All right, Lions, Matt Stafford,
that's
Kool-Aid picks. Let's go.
I had over 500 with the Kool-Aid picks.
With the Kool-Aid picks.
Imagine that. Okay,
those were not the winners.
This is a nice looking game. This is a really nice looking game. Packers visit the Vikings. Vikings by 2.5. That's home field advantage, right? Is what that is.
Is there one?
That's a good question.
You've been, a lot of people, and you, and you're down on Rodgers because of the whole Jordan Love.
I'm not down on Rodgers. I'm down on the whole organization, the whole team themselves, because I think Rodgers is not going to. He's not going to give it the extra. If he gets hurt, he's not going to be Aaron Rodgers of old. That's my prediction. So based on that, and plus I picked the Vikings to win the division, and yada yada yada. I gotta go
based
Vikings.
on that, and Aaron Rodgers giving the Green Bay, I'm going to show him before I go out the door.
That's right.
He's going to have a big year.
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think Green Bay's going to have a big year, and I think that there's some struggles there, losing the offensive coordinator.
That is one. Okay. So. All right. The Dolphins visit the Cam Patriots. What do you get that? You picked the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl.
Patriots,
this guy said Cam is going to take the Patriots.
This might be 55-0.
You know what? I got to go with that too. Does it matter that what is it? Ryan Fitzpatrick is no, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. I mean, it'll be Tua's team someday. Mm-hmm. Not now. I mean, no, not now. They're going to have a really nice draft pick.
That's how you know England to cover.
They're
going to get him down. They're going to get him down early.
Okay, here's my tough one. This is my tough one. My Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Yes, that's right. Fly to Teddy Bridgewater, the guy who I was hoping would be playing for the Raiders, which kind of still irritates me, but that's another story. All right, Raiders by 3. I mean, they're flying to the Panthers' home. He's still on McCaffrey. I love Teddy Bridgewater. Who's their new coach? The coach came from
Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's the old coach. He's with Washington.
Yeah,
it's a football.
Washington football
team.
So no, you know what?
I'm drawing a blank.
He came from TCU or something like that. Is the new head coach?
Well, that's not going to be enough for them to. I'm going to go with your Raiders. You go with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
I love my Raiders. I'm going to be rooting for them to win this game, but they got to prove it. They've got to prove it. They have, such as an organization, dropped just turds. They have this ability to drop turds.
It's too bad that stadium's not going to be filled with fans.
Oh, that's a beautiful stadium, too.
My goodness, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Allegiant Stadium is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I can't wait to get out there, dude. We got to go out there. Yeah. When the Lions play out there, we're going out there.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Jets take on the Bills.
Wow.
Bills 6.5. That's a big one. Josh Allen, I love Josh Allen. Absolutely, Josh. I mean, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger. He's got that kind of moxie that he knows how to win.
Good leader, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
leading the team, too.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
I think Buffalo's another team that thrives on their fans, but I am going to go with Buffalo. They seem like a team that's
they've got
together.
it. I mean, they're going to walk out. They look like a team that
a touchdown. They win by touchdown. Yeah. A lot of the spreads, if you notice, a lot of them they're plus or minus that.
This is interesting. I mean, the spreads. When you look at the spreads, you're spot on, man. It's really you can tell Vegas is like, we're not sure about this, so they kind of went with let us
keep in mind, right? So it's a reminder the point spreads are always set. They are set to get equal betting on both sides.
Yeah.
Right? They're not set because they think the Chiefs are 9 points better than Houston. They're like, what number do we need to get?
We get 50-50. That's right.
50.
Yeah. And
so,
you can see that.
Yeah, and when you go plus or minus that touchdown, that's going to get you.
That makes a difference right there.
We'll see.
Okay.
Be interesting.
Eagles go to Washington. Eagles by 6.5.
Wow. What do you think?
I just gotta go Eagles. I mean, I don't.
Washington's new identity. I'm gonna tell you that. That 6.5 is what. I like Washington's running back Gibson, and I'm gonna just.
Who's Washington's starting quarterback? Is it Haskins?
Is it
Haskins? Okay, because Alex Smith made the team. Alex Smith, dude.
That's unbelievable. Story.
Absolutely, dude. A round of applause for that guy.
Unbelievable story.
His leg. They talked about actually amputating that leg when it first happened. I mean, he was really close to amputation, and he fought through it, and he did it. And congratulations to him. I mean, he's just what an inspiration about going through
Crazy
it.
Story.
And just that all the stuff he had to do to get back.
Yeah.
It had to hurt. It is horrible as everything. Hands off to the guy. Insane. Absolutely. Okay.
Crazy.
Browns fans.
Some of these games, these are games that are meant for the fans.
Yeah,
some of them, right?
These really are.
Like this is a fan.
What a way to start
not
the
meant
season.
For the fans, but this game is for the fans.
What a way to start the season. Okay, I picked the Ravens to be number one pick. Home field bye in the AFC. I did pick the Browns to go to the playoffs too.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I'm going to go, this is like a double on this. Ravens win, but they don't cover.
I think the Browns give them a...
game.
One
game, that's right.
We'll just move
enough
on.
Enough there, that's right.
This might be 55 to nothing. All right.
No, they might be the best, most improved team.
We'll see. I think there's so much hype and momentum that's like I talked about in the picture a little bit. I just think sometimes that hype doesn't necessarily carry over. But they aren't the Rams. They aren't the Rams.
I love the J.K. Dobbins pick. I love the J.K. Dobbins pick. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Here's another team. I love the running game. Jonathan Taylor. The Colts pick up Taylor. They got Phillip Rivers. They got Marlon Mack.
Okay.
7.5. They're going down to the... Unfortunately for the Jaguars, there will be nobody in the stadium.
That's what they're used to.
So is that home field advantage?
Man, I'm taking a lot of the chalk here with this 7.5 stuff.
No, this one is easy.
Phillip Rivers, 7.5 on the number
easy.
Of more kids he's going to have.
The running game is
over under 7.5. How many kids is Phillip Rivers have?
I think it is.
So over.
It is I think it's over. That's right. Okay. I can't wait to watch this one. I can't wait to. Joe Burrow, welcome to the NFL.
Joe Burrow era? I lived in Cincinnati for 10 years. My kids were born in Cincinnati. I lived there in the Carson Palmer era.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. Like, the Bengals fans were just, it was so much fun. And then it never happened. But that era, the Carson Palmer era, was, even though they still never won a playoff game, it was, every week was exciting.
So one of the 5 times that Joey Bosa sacks Burrow this week, is he going to introduce himself at some point? Hi, my name is Joey. I went to the Ohio State.
The Ohio State University with the Bengals winning this football game. There's the only thing that this game is, we got Burrow his first game, but this is still a travel game.
It's a travel game. Remember, they got Tyrod Taylor. He's a good quarterback, but
I would put 2 Bengals helmets up there now.
But Tyrod Taylor doesn't do anything wrong. They've got Justin Herbert. They did lose Gordon. Not that I really like Gordon that much. He went to the Broncos.
Show Burrow.
It's still 3.5.
Just take that down. That's easy. Put Burrow up there plus 3.5. Give Burrow some love for week 1. Let's go.
Look at this game.
Hey,
look at that game.
This game,
a fans game right there.
That's a fans game. That should be a
Sunday night game. That should be. What are they doing? I mean, that should be a Sunday night game right there. I mean,
that's gonna be fun.
Brady versus Breeze. I mean, you got the two.
Yeah.
Two of the best quarterbacks.
Let's start it off right. Let's start it off right, Tom.
Oh,
let's go.
Jeez. You know what?
Tom Brady.
You know what? I'm gonna go Saints.
I just want the storyline.
I'm gonna go Saints. We can't go to end the same thing on this one. We've got to have differing opinions. Saints all the way. I mean, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be great. You won't be able to turn off the TV on this one. Because even if one team's up by 7 or something like that, you can't turn it off. I mean, you got Brady and Breeze. Yeah. It's stupid. That is absolutely stupid.
I want, the fans just give you goosebumps when you're watching a game, right? Like, gosh, it's going to be great.
All right.
Oh, this one's easy. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. 7 points?
7 points?
Are you kidding me? Arizona can score. They've got weapons.
No, I'm going with...
San Francisco's got this called a Super Bowl hangover. That's
they got a Super Bowl hangover. They got a stud defense, okay? Even though they haven't done a lot on offense. They do a lot of changes on offense. You're right, Kyler Murray.
They're going to be in this game. They can score.
He's going to have DeAndre Hopkins.
They can throw the ball too. And you just said it. This we're going to lock this game up because you just said defense, and the defense is what's going to be lagging in the early going.
Yeah, I think the defense is not going to be. I think the defense is going to be the advantage. Is going to be the defense because to get the pass game going, and because he's got DeAndre Hopkins now.
Yeah.
But it's going to take some time to get the pass game. Okay.
We'll see. Without the live hitting, this is the first
Sunday night. Zeke, my MVP candidate, rambles on into the new stadium. They get a new stadium in Los Angeles too. 3 points. That's a no-brainer, man. Absolute freaking no-brainer. Dak, CeeDee Lamb scores at least 1 passing touchdown. Zeke scores 2 touchdowns at least. Dak might even run in a score. There you go. You got that? We had to put that in film. What I just said. Okay, who do you got? You're going to go with Jared Goff?
I'm not a Cowboy guy. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. I don't think Prescott just...
So everything I just said, you're just saying
I think the Rams are going to win the game. Yeah, I'll let you go. Let the fans have their Doug. Because the fans love them some Doug. So I was like, let the fans have their Doug, and then I'll just kind of sneak in. Right. Yeah, I don't agree.
He's got the rope, and he's just tying it. Okay, all right. I'll go with you. Okay. Big Ben's back.
Bruiser game. That's all. Enough said right there.
I mean, Big Ben's back.
Enough said.
You're right. I mean, I can't say anything more than that.
The Steelers, that's one of those organizations that just know it doesn't matter.
Win.
Fans, no fans, travel, no travel. Steelers, they know who they are. They're a fantastic football organization. They're going to win this game. They're going to win it.
Daniel Jones, watch the way that Ben handles himself. I mean, if you're going to emulate any quarterback, I think that's a guy that you want to emulate. I mean, he's just that good. He's a leader and all that.
Yep.
Okay, this one.
So this is but you know what? I always loved games at Mile High. There's still. So I think Denver. If anybody has a home field advantage, the fact that it's in Mile High Stadium,
no doubt about it.
The fact that there's still the
and
thin
you know
air.
what? That actually is a great point because Derrick Henry runs the ball, right? Okay, obviously, and running the ball at 5,200 feet, that's a big difference. That's a very good point.
I like Denver to get this win.
I'm going to go with the Titans just because of Clowney.
Well,
The addition of Clowney.
Yep.
I think that's a big one. Just beyond that, it's just kind of like
week one
we'll
of
see.
the
This
NFL.
is beautiful, dude. This is absolutely
Week one
beautiful.
of the NFL.
We've got it right here.
So,
man, this is awesome.
Hey,
okay, I can't wait to
over
get this video out
500
there.
last year.
Yes.
This is the start of the year. I was a mid-season fill-in last year. This is my first season where hopefully we have football all year.
You got 17 weeks ahead of you. This plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl. I mean, this. That's it, folks. That's a go over 500.
I'm feeling a 12-4. 12
okay,
and 4 weeks.
We're going to see, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this out on YouTube, we're going to Facebook, get it on Twitter. We actually have a bunch of folks on Twitter. They're actually submitting who they like, against the spread in week 1. Looking forward to that, In fact, we got to get a guest. We're going to work it out where we're actually going to get a guest.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk to them live here, and then we'll have them fill it out as we're going through and doing the picks. So I can't wait to get this out.
Maybe we can get Herbie on or something. Maybe Urban Meyer.
They're not doing anything.
Ryan Day
How about
is free.
They're free. I mean,
Jim Harbaugh, he's right up the road. We might be able to get Jim to come to the show.
He's got nothing else going on.
You could bump me if you want. I'll just call in. If you get Jim down here.
What the heck? We'll just sit off the sides. We'll let him talk, right?
Let him run the show. So,
that's awesome. Hey, man, this is absolutely fun. This board looks great. I just love it.
It's good to be back.
It is good to be back.
And I'm just looking forward to watching some football.
Hey, we're going to watch football, man.
And have some fun.
You got it. All right.
Thanks,
everybody. We want to see your picks. Let us know what you think about this. I mean, this is fun time. It's week 1. Football is back. We love it, man.
Love it.
All right.
Let's go.
See you, everybody. Bye.